everybody, so I just finished watching all 10 seasons in a row of Friends, and I really wanted a piece of Friends history to keep with me. That's when I came up with the idea to make my very own frame that they kept on their door. I found this tutorial on Instructables, which is listed below. What you're going to need for the materials is white paper towel, flour, water, newspaper, 2 colors of yellow paint, brushes, an X-Acto knife, command velcro strips, a piece of cardboard, spray adhesive, and the frame template. That is on the Instructables link. I printed it to fill the page. First, spray the piece of cardboard with spray adhesive and stick the stencil to it. You can also use glue if you'd like. Then mix together 1 cup of flour with 1 cup of water to make the paper mache. Set that aside and start ripping pieces of newspaper to roll them up for each part of the frame. Cover the rolls in paper mache and start forming them to follow the template you glued onto the cardboard. Continue doing that until you have followed all the lines in the template. Then, let that dry. After that is dried, start covering the newspaper with paper mache paper towel. This will help form a better mold for the frame. I draped paper towel between each rolled newspaper to give the effect of a full frame with no large crevices. After you have finished that, let that dry. I left it overnight to make sure it was completely hardened. The next day, take your X-Acto knife and cut around the frame. The cardboard is extra support for the frame. Once you have cut it completely out, that's when we'll start painting it. Our first few coats will be with Apple Barrel King's Gold. Paint 3 to 4 coats to make sure it's completely covered. Then we're going to use Apple Barrel Bright Yellow for the next coat. I did this while the dark paint was still a little wet so it would blend a little better. Paint the high points of the frame to give it more depth. Let that paint dry. I decided to use Velcro strips on each side of the frame to hold it in place. This also makes it easier to remove if you'd like. And there it is, your own piece of Friends history. Brings back the nostalgia of the 90s and early 2000s. If you enjoyed this tutorial, or if you make one of your own, please make sure to like, comment, or subscribe to my channel. See you at Central Perk.